What up, though? Welcome to today's edition of my Gym Shoe Chronicles. Shout out to Detroit Official for this sweet sweatshirt. You can check them out too. I got mine in my frat colors, royal blue and white, and I also flipped it into white and royal blue. Today's edition is a top 5 plus 1 of my Air Jordan variants. So this is an Air Jordan variant edition. All right, and you'll be interested to find out as we go through. Most of you know, if you watched my previous episodes, that my favorite numbers are 11 and 3s. You're in for a surprise this week, right? So my first variant of choice, this is my plus 1, right, is the Air Jordan 6. And by the way, these are all the numbered editions, right? So when they came out, they looked a certain way. And then when they were reissued, they had some changes to them when they brought them back out. And some changes way more than others. So first up, we're going to have the Air Jordan 6s. I don't particularly care for Air Jordan 6s, to be honest, right? They're all right, not my favorite, but when they first came out, this is what they looked like, right? So this is actually the Oreo 6, black and white, right? So this is what they looked like, and then they made a variant version, and they came out later with a boot, right? So this is actually a winterized boot for the Air Jordan number 6, right? So I thought that was pretty dope, pretty clever. Right, so it still kind of has the look of the 6, the original 6, yet it's a boot. Next up, we have the 20s. So the 20s, when they came out, they were special editions because it was the 20th year celebrating the Air Jordan version, right? So they look like this, suede toe with the split toe. It had the strap. And then it had the laser imprinting of all the previous Jordans that came out, right? And then it had the little strap with the openness there, and in the back. So keeping it real, keeping it honest. The style of the shoe, I really love the style of the shoe. But to me, they weren't the most comfortable, especially back here. Like I had an Achilles injury, and back here, that Achilles rubbed on me really bad. So it's uncomfortable, so I can't really wear them that long. That's why they look the way they look. But I can wear these. When they retro them, they came out with a fusion, and they fused it with the the Nike Air Force One soles, right? And then they made it a low cut, and they made it more like a shoe versus a gym shoe, right? So these bad boys are actually comfortable, very much more comfortable than the original shoe. All right, so these are the side-by-side look, the shoe version, the gym shoe version. Up next is my number 3, right? So this was really like kind of my number 1/2, the 11. This one I'm showing you the white with the red trim, and I'm showing you in a low. And this is the one that has that patent leather toe, right? So when they retroed them, they really retroed them like totally different. So this is the retro version of it, right? I mean, it looks kind of like nothing like the original shoe, right? But it's actually really comfortable. It's dope. Of course, you got my frat colors. Here's the side-by-side view. Like, that's a very drastic change in the retro. One day, maybe when I have more time, tell a story on the retro, why it was done. Next up is, again, one of my top 5 favorite in numbers or all overall, but it's not in my top 2 today. So the original Air Jordan 3, right? So I'm showing you the fire red edition today, right? So with that cement toe. So on the original, the whites, the cement or the elephant print is a little bit more distinct, right? So here's an interesting twist on this is the quote unquote the original or the first edition that came out, but actually the original was supposed to look like this. it was supposed to have the swoosh on it, right? Tinker Hatfield was a designer. He originally wanted the swoosh on it, and they took the swoosh off, right? So when they retroed these last couple of years in different colors. They brought them back, and they had the Tinker Hatfield edition with the swoosh, right? So it's not a big difference on the side-by-sides, right? It still has that nice, clean, classic look. They just added the swoosh, right? But I think that's on the back is different too, right? So it's different, right? Maybe not as different as some of the others, but it's different. My number 2. So this is the deep purple, or deep royal, I should say, 12s. These are really comfortable gym shoes as well, right? So this version has like the different leather with the suede on it. This is what it looks like. Gym shoe. It's a comfortable gym shoe to hoop in, comfortable gym shoe to kick it in. They brought them back and retroed them, and then they made it the 12 Select, and they made it into like a casual shoe, right? So I have 2 pair of these. I have them in white and black and white, right? So here's the side by side, right? So it's still, the 12 still has that look, that 12 like design, but it's casual. It's a casual shoe. I thought that was actually really dope. Kind of like the boots. And my last is my favorite variant is the 17. So when the 17 first came out, these are a retro version, but you'll get the gist. They kind of look like this, right? So this has that burgundy crocodile pattern. You can see I didn't take the tape off yet. Haven't worn these, right? This is what the 17s look like. The original ones actually had the shoe lock cover. They had a cover that went like over the shoes, and then they retroed them, and the deviant was they made it a mule, so kind of like a sandal, right? These bad boys are super comfortable. Like I had that comfortable kick edition. These bad boys are comfortable. I usually wear these like around the house, or like on holidays. If I go over people's houses, you know, I'll take them. If I wear boots, I'll take them and put them in my bag and wear them around their house, so I'm not, you know, dirtying up their house. I don't wear them outside at all, right? So again, so that 17, right? So you can see how the 17, it kept that look, right? But they made it a mule, right? So today's edition is a little bit longer because of the variants. Hope you enjoyed it. So here's my recap. We got the 6s. I'm gonna do my recap different today, right? So we got the 6s. We got the original on my left and the boot on the right. And then the next, we got the 20s, the gym shoe, and then the more casual with the Fusion for the Air Force One bottoms. Then the next up, we have the 11s, the originals with the patent leather. This is the low. This is a 3/4. They changed it up big time. We got the 3s, right? The original version here, but the original version here, right? That nice twist. The 12s, we got the 12 in the gym shoe, and then the 12 in the casual shoe. And then last, the 17s. 17s in the gym shoe, 17s in the mule. All right. It's a little bit longer. Hopefully you sweated this one out. Again, shout out Detroit Official for the sweatshirt. It's dope. I appreciate it. And look forward to seeing you guys in my next edition. Got any shout outs or any comments or suggestions? Appreciate it. And of course, always press that like button. Peace.